How much healthier could Australians be? Half the population have chronic health problems, but most are preventable. It's time to reset.
Hello, it's All in the Mind on RN. I'm Lynn Malcolm. With me today is British TV journalist Dr. Michael Mosley. He's best known for his TV features on biology and medicine. You may have seen his programs and books on the fast diet, fast exercise, the clever guts diet, and the 8-week blood sugar diet. His new series, called Reset, draws together panels of experts and those with lived experience to discuss the crucial connection between the body and the mind.
I'm very interested in the impact that things like health have on the mind and the brain and the other way around. It's become very clear, for example, that if you have something like obesity or you're very overweight, then the fat basically produces these signals, inflammatory signals, which in turn affect the brain. And this is true also of the gut, that the microbes in your gut, the microbiome, the 1 to 2 kilos of microbes that live down there, can influence mood. And this is a whole kind of new area of science, which is what makes it unbelievably exciting. And yet at the same time, it seems sort of blindingly obvious that what you eat is likely to affect how you feel, and vice versa. And yet science hasn't really addressed that until surprisingly recently. And I think that's part of the whole attraction for me, is it brings together so many things that I'm passionately interested in. And they all link with everything else in most unexpected ways. And what is fabulous is there are so many great Australian researchers doing this stuff.
Michael Mosley's series, Reset, is in 3 parts: better bodies, better guts, and better minds. So what has he found out about the state of people's mental health in Australia?
Not great, and this is true around the world. In Australia, I think around 20% of the population will experience some sort of episode of mental illness at some point in their lives, and that's a similar figure in the UK. And clearly, the youth of today are also experiencing it in ever higher levels, that we're seeing certainly a manifestation of mental health issues, whether it is depression, anxiety or otherwise. I think people are more willing to talk about it, which is great, but I also genuinely think that there is a kind of crisis pending. Indeed, not even pending, it's here amongst us now. Sarah, you were in your 20s when you first discovered that you had mental health issues. What does it actually sort of feel like to people who don't know what real depression feels like?
It physically hurt. I had no energy, I had no motivation, I had no enthusiasm to do anything. I was in a big hole that I couldn't get out of. I couldn't comprehend things. Do you know what I mean? Like it was really difficult. And so
like many people, I had, I think, anxiety disorder start in childhood, and then by early puberty, I'd manifested major depression, clinical depression, that tracked right the way through my adolescence, along with panic disorder. You know, when you have depression, it feels like Dementors have got you from Harry Potter and they've sucked all the joy out of you. And it is really just the most horrible, horrible experience. And if you have found ways to help yourself, then of course you want to be able to help others if you can.